Next concept, nth roots of unity. Important concept. See, unity means 1. Nth roots of unity means the values of 1 power 1 by n. Assume that 1 equal to x. This one implies x power n equal to 1 implies x power n minus 1 equal to 0. So, nth roots of unity are nothing but the roots of x power n minus 1 equal to 0. Remember, nth roots of unity are nothing but roots of the equation x power n minus 1 equal to 0. So, from the above concept, nth roots of unity, we have to write formula for this r into cos cis 2k pi plus theta by n. R value, modulus of this one is 1. Cis 2k pi plus theta, argument of 1 is 0 by n, where k equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on and minus 1. Cis theta means cos theta plus I sin theta. K equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on and minus 1. From de Moivre's theorem, this can be expressed as cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n whole power k. Okay? De Moivre's theorem formula. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. We can write on both sides. This one implies that one implies this one. So this can be expressed as cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n whole power k. I am assuming this one as some alpha. K equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on and minus 1. Therefore, the values of 1 power 1 by n are when k is 0, 1, when k is 1, alpha, when k is 2, alpha squared, alpha cube and so on, when k is n minus 1, alpha power n minus 1. So, nth roots of unity are 1 alpha, alpha square, alpha cube and so on, alpha power n minus 1, where alpha is cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. So, this is about nth roots of unity. Fifth roots of unity are 1 alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, alpha power 4, where alpha equal to cos 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5. Ninth roots of unity are 1 alpha, alpha square and so on, alpha power 8, where alpha is cos 2 pi by 8 plus I sin 2 pi by 8, etc. So, this is about just definition of nth roots of unity. By heart, the formula alpha is cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. So, nth roots of unity are nothing but the roots of x power n minus 1 equal to 0. Suppose the roots of x power 7 minus 1 equal to 0 are 1 alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, alpha power 4, alpha power 5, alpha power 6, where alpha is cos 2 pi by 7 plus I sin 2 pi by 7. In some cases, they give not right. In some cases, roots of x power n minus 1 equal to 0 are 1, alpha 1, alpha 2 and so on, alpha n minus 1. In some cases, they will give nth roots of unity are 1 alpha 1 alpha 2 and so on, alpha n minus 1. That means alpha 1 is alpha, alpha 2 is alpha square, alpha cube is alpha 3 is alpha cube, alpha n minus 1 is alpha power n minus 1. Similarly, in some cases, they will give nth roots of unity are 1 comma x1 comma x2 comma and so on xn minus 1. That means 1 is 1, okay, x1 is alpha, x2 is alpha square, x3 is alpha cube and so on. xn minus 1 is alpha power n minus 1, where alpha is cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. Okay. So by heart, nth roots of unity are the roots of x power n minus 1 equal to 0 are 1, alpha, alpha square and so on, alpha power n minus 1, where alpha, formula for alpha, x cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. Okay. See, geometrical meaning of nth roots of unity. They are lie on a circle with the center, origin and radius value 1. Okay. Because modulus of each one is 1. Modulus of this one is root of cos square plus sin square value 1. Modulus of this one means distance from origin to the alpha. So there are vertices of regular polygon of n sides inscribed in a circle having center, origin and radius 1. Now properties of nth roots of unity. First one, clearly they are in GP. Second one, for any positive integral value of n, sum of nth roots of unity is always 0. By God, very important. Sum of nth roots of unity is always 0. Already we saw sum of cube roots of unity 1 omega square. Sum of them is 0. So see the proof. They are in GP. Number of terms is n. Sum of n terms of GP formula a into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. Alpha is root of this one. Alpha satisfies this one. So alpha power n minus 1 equal to 0. Alpha power n equal to 1. That's alpha power n value 1. 1 minus 1 0. 0 by alpha minus 1 is 0. So by heart, sum of nth roots of unity is 0. Of these three, one is the real root, remaining all are imaginary roots. Therefore, sum of imaginary roots of nth roots of unity is minus 1. That means sum of alpha, alpha square, alpha cube and so on, alpha power n minus 1 is minus 1. Next, third property. Product of nth roots of unity is minus 1 whole power n minus 1. For any value of n, product of all these values minus 1 whole power n minus 1. That is plus or minus 1. Depends on the value of n. If n is even, that's value minus 1. If n is odd, that's value plus 1. See the proof? I am finding product 1 into alpha square into and so on, alpha power n minus 1. Bases are equal. By adding powers 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on, n minus 1 is n minus 1 into n by 2. This can be expressed as alpha power n by 2 whole power n minus 1. Formula for alpha, cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. Whole power n by 2 whole power n minus 1. So from Desmarets theorem, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n equal to cos of n theta plus sin n theta. So this value into n by 2 cancel. Now cos pi value minus 1, sin pi value 0. Therefore answer minus 1 whole power n minus 1. So by heart, product of nth roots of complex number formula minus 1 whole power n minus 1. Product of fifth roots of unity minus 1 whole power 5 minus 1. Product of seventh roots of unity minus 1 whole power 7 minus 1, etc. Similarly, its application, product of nth roots of complex number z. Product of nth roots of complex number z is product of nth roots of unity into z. Okay. For example, suppose 2 plus 3a. Product of all the values of 1 by 5 is required. For example, there are 5 values. Product of fifth roots of 2 plus 3a. So formula minus 1 whole power n minus 1 into z means 2 plus 3a. So this is plus 4, so that is nothing but 2 plus 3a. So product of nth roots of unity is minus 1 whole power n minus 1. Therefore, product of nth roots of complex number z is minus 1 whole power n minus 1 into z. Take any real number, apply the above nth roots of complex number formula, multiply, check the property. That is nothing but minus 1 whole power n minus 1 into z. That is again plus or minus z. Depends on the value of n even or odd. Next, fifth property, if 1 alpha, alpha square and so on, alpha n minus 1 are nth roots of unity, then their reciprocals are also nth roots of unity. 1 by 1, 1 by alpha, 1 by alpha square and so on, 1 by alpha power n minus 1 are also nth roots of unity. See the reason for that. These are nth roots of unity means they are roots of x power n minus 1 equal to 0. If this is f of x, then f of 1 by x equal to 1 by x power n minus f of 1 by x equal to 0 implies 1 by x power n minus 1 equal to 0. 1 minus x power n equal to 0. X power n minus 1 equal to 0. So, is again f of x equal to 0. That means f of 1 by x equal to 0 is the same as f of x equal to 0. Roots of f of x equal to 0 are alpha, beta, gamma, etc. Roots of f of 1 by x equal to 0 are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, 1 by gamma, etc. Therefore, if these are nth roots of unity, then the reciprocals are also nth roots of unity. Therefore, again, sum of all these values is 0. Because sum of nth roots of unity is 0. Again, product of all these values is minus 1 whole power n minus 1. Because these are also nth roots of unity, their product is minus 1 whole power n minus 1. 1 omega, omega square are cube roots of unity. So clearly 1 by 1, 1 by omega square also cube roots of unity. 1 by omega is omega square, 1 by omega square is omega. Both are same. Next important, sixth one, see, 1 alpha, alpha square and so on, alpha power n minus 1 are nth roots of unity. Then 1 power p plus alpha power p plus alpha square whole power p and so on, alpha power n minus 1 whole power p equal to 0 if p is not multiple of n if p is multiple of k. 3 multiple of n. Inda chapter marchipoyindi cube roots of unity lo. So I am proving this one by taking n equal to 3. Cube roots of unity are 1 omega, omega square. Okay, so the value of 1 plus omega power n plus omega power 2n means omega square whole power n value. If n is multiple of 3, that's value 3. If n is not multiple of 3, that's value 0. See, once 1 omega, omega square are cube roots of unity. Then for any positive integral value of n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. 1 plus omega power n plus omega square whole power n value 0 if n is not equal to 3. Means n is not multiple of this 3 means cube roots of unity. That cube is 3 are same. K is any positive integer again. Means n is 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, etc. Then that's value 0. Check. N is 1 plus omega square 0. If n is multiple of 3, means n is 3, suppose 1 plus 1, 3. Okay, similar one. 1 alpha square and so on nth roots of unity. 1 power any integer, alpha power any same integer, alpha square same integer and so on, alpha power n by same integer equal to 0 if p is not multiple of kn. This n is nth roots of unity. If p is multiple of n, then that value is n. So we can also prove this one by using the steps of finite mathematical induction. See example, cube roots of unity. Proof is clear. When n is 1, when n is 3. Right. So these are properties of nth roots of unity. Now see the problems related to that one. First one. Number of common roots of 15 and 25th roots of unity. Number of common roots of 15th roots of unity means the values of 1 power 1 by 5. 25th roots of unity means the values of 1 power 25. So by using nth roots of unity formula, r power 1 by n into that is formula for nth roots of any complex number. But here nth roots of complex number formula cos 2k pi by n plus nth roots of any complex number formula r power 1 by n into cis 2k pi plus theta by n. Okay. So r value modulus of 1 is 1. Cis theta means cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos 2k pi plus theta. Theta value. Theta is argument of 1 is 0. Cos 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n. K equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on 40 because fifth roots of unity. Sorry, here n is 50 because we need 50th roots of unity. Same 25th roots of unity are also cos 2k pi by 25, but this k may not equal, so I am taking k1 equal. Here I am taking k2. Now k2 equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on 24. Okay. Now required is number of, so k equal to 0 to 14. Number of roots of this one is 15. Number of roots of the total number of roots of this one is 25. Required common roots. So for one particular k1 value, for another particular value of k2, these two values may equal. We have to find those. కావాల్సింది common roots. Trial and error. When k1 is 0, k2 is 0, both are same. Check. k1 value 0, cos 0 plus I sin 0, cos 0 plus I sin 0. So there is one common rule. Next to check 15, 25 means when denominator common factor 5. So ఇక్కడ 5 రావాలి. ఇక్కడ 5 రావాలంటే ఇక్కడ multiples of 3 ఉండాలి. When k1 is 3, ఇక్కడ 5 రావాలంటే k2 ప్లేస్ లో multiples of 5 ఉండాలి. ఇప్పుడు చెక్ చేయండి. When k1 is 5, here 6 pi by 15. 3 1 k1 is 3, 3 ones to 3 5s to 2 pi by 15. The 2 pi by 15. ఇక్కడ k2 ప్లేస్ లో 5 తీసుకోండి. 5 ones to 5 5s to 2 pi by 15. So both are same. So it is suddenly next multiple of 3, 6, 10, 9, 15, 12, 20, 15 up to 14 only. So these are count check చేసుకోండి. When k1 is 6, k1 value 6, 3 2s to 3 5s to, so 4 pi by 15 వస్తుంది చూడండి. Same value k2 ప్లేస్ లో 10 వస్తుంది. k2 is 10, 5 1s 5 2s 5 5s 4 pi by 15. Same చెక్ చేసుకోండి. k1 ప్లేస్ లో 9 కి k2 ప్లేస్ లో 15 కి సేమ్ వస్తుంది. k1 ప్లేస్ 12 కి ఇక్కడ k2 ప్లేస్ లో 20 కి రెండు సేమ్ వస్తుంది చూసుకోండి. therefore number of values common values 1 2 3 4 5. therefore number of common roots of 15th and 25th roots of unity is 5. So this is general method, regular method, IP method. But there is one shortcut for this. Number of common roots of mth roots of unity and nth roots of unity is GCD of m comma n. So here required GCD of 15 comma 25. So clearly GCD of 15 comma 25 is 5. GCD greatest common divisors. Common divisors, greatest common divisors of these two is clearly 5. Okay. See second problem. Product of all the values of 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 whole power 3 by 4. So there is formula for cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. N is integer. And there is procedure of finding nth roots of means 1 by root 3 plus I root 3 by 2, 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 whole power 1 by 4 కనుక్కోవచ్చు, 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 whole cube కనుక్కోవచ్చు. But there is 3 by 4. So first this can be expressed as polar form. This is cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3 whole cube whole power 1 by 4. Okay. Now from De-Moivre's theorem, this is cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Therefore, cos pi plus I sin pi whole power 1 by 4. Cos pi value minus 1 whole power 1 by 4. Now required is not find the values of this one. Required is product of all the values. So product of all the values of z power 1 by n formula minus 1 whole power n minus 1 into z. Therefore product of all the values is minus 1 whole power n value 4 into z means minus 1. So this is minus 1 whole cube into minus 1 is plus 1 answer. See third problem. If xn is defined as cos of pi by 2 power n plus I sin of pi by 2 power n. Now required is product of n equal to 1 to infinity xn means x1 into x2 into x3 into and so on x infinity. So cos theta plus I sin theta is denoted by cis theta. So cis of pi by 2 power n. One of the properties of cis theta, cis alpha into, so from this notation x1 is cis pi by 2, x2 is cis pi by 2 square, x3 is cis pi by 2 cube up to infinity. So one of the properties of cis theta, cis alpha into cis beta into cis gamma and so on equal to cis of alpha plus beta plus gamma plus etc. up to infinity. Clearly they are in GP. Sum of infinite number of terms of GP formula a by 1 minus r. R value, second one by first one is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 cancel cis pi. Cis pi is nothing but cos pi plus I sin pi. Cos pi value minus 1, sin pi value 0. Therefore minus 1. See fourth important one. Sigma k equal to 1 to 6 sin of 2k pi by 7 minus I cos 2k pi by 7. Okay. See, cos 2k pi, so this one contains cos 2k pi by 7 sin 2k pi by 7. So clearly that is formula of seventh roots of unity. See, nth roots of unity are 1 alpha alpha square and so on alpha power n minus 1, where alpha is cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. Okay. So, but this is not in the form of cos theta plus I sin theta. Coefficient of cos 2 pi by n is plus 1, but here minus I. So, first I am taking minus I from these two terms, then cos 2k pi by 7. Here 1 by minus I. 1 by minus I is a plus sign. Again, this can be expressed as cos 2 pi by 7 plus I sin 2 pi by 7 whole power k equal to 1 to 6. See, cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n is alpha, then 1 alpha alpha square and so on alpha power n minus 1 are nth roots of unity. But here in the place of n there is a 7. So if this is alpha, open the sigma, alpha plus alpha square plus and so on alpha power 6. Sum of nth roots of unity is always 0. 1 plus alpha square plus and so on alpha power n minus 1 value 0. So 1 plus alpha, but there is not 1 here. From that concept, 1 plus alpha square plus and so on alpha power 6 value 0. Therefore, its value minus 1. So, minus I into minus 1 is plus I. See, next similar one. Fifth problem. Product of k equal to 1 to 6 sin 2k pi by 7 minus I cos 2k pi by 7. Same, by 7 coefficient of cos theta minus I, therefore we have to take minus I, get cos 2 pi by 7 plus I sin 2 pi by 7 whole power k equal to 1 to 6. Now open this notation. Here minus I common keyword here, product ఇది ఇందాకంటే sigma sum, so we can take minus I. So by open this one, minus I into 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 and so on 6 times 2. Therefore minus I whole power 6. ఇక్కడ మీరు చేసే మిస్టేక్ ఇదే, మైనస్ ఐ కామన్ తీస్తారు సిగ్మా అనుకో చూసుకోండి, మైనస్ ప్రోడక్ట్ నోటేషన్ minus I into and so on minus I whole power 6. Now this is alpha, now required alpha into alpha square into alpha cube into and so on alpha power 6. ఇక్కడ ఇంటూ 1 రాసుకోవచ్చు కాబట్టి ఇంటూనే ఇంటూ ఉన్నామంటే లేకపోయినా ఒకటే. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆఫ్ సెవెంత్ రూట్స్ ఆఫ్ యూనిటీ. Product of seventh roots of unity formula minus 1 whole power n minus 1, n value is 7. So this is minus 1 whole power 6 is plus 1, I power 6 value minus 1. Minus 1 whole power 6, that is minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 whole power 6 value plus 1 into minus 1. Therefore, minus 1 answer. Right. Next. Sixth one. If, it's more important, if 1 comma alpha 1 comma alpha 2 and so on, alpha n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity, then find the values of 1 minus alpha 1, 1 minus alpha 2 and so on 1 minus alpha n minus 1. Second one, 1 plus alpha 1, 1 plus alpha 2, and so on. 1 plus alpha n minus 1. Third one, 2 minus alpha 1, 2 minus alpha 2, and so on. 2 minus alpha n minus 1, and so on. There are infinite number of sums created. Very, very important. See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 plus alpha, 2 plus alpha 2, and so on. First, given that 1 alpha 1 alpha 2 and so on, alpha n minus 1 are the nth roots of unity. So, mana proceed further into actually 1 alpha squared and so on, alpha power n minus 1, where alpha equal to cos 2 pi by n plus I sin 2 pi by n. Already I told nth roots of unity are nothing but roots of x power n minus 1 equal to 0. See, given that indirectly 1 alpha 1 alpha 2 and so on, alpha n minus 1 are the roots of equation x power n minus 1 equal to 0. So, quadratic equation theory of equations is this. The equation having roots alpha comma beta formula x minus alpha into x minus beta. The equation having roots alpha beta gamma formula x minus alpha and x minus beta and x minus gamma equal to 0. The equation having roots alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha 3 and so on is x minus alpha 1 into x minus alpha 2 into x minus alpha 3 and so on. Therefore, 1 alpha 1 alpha 2 and so on, alpha n minus 1 are roots of that one, means we can write x power n minus 1 equal to, actually from our procedure the equation having all these roots is x minus 1 into x minus alpha 1 into x minus alpha 2 into and so on, x minus alpha n minus 1. So from this we can find all second one, third one, first one and so on. So first one కావాలంటే x ప్లస్ లో 1 తీసుకోవచ్చు. చూడు 1 minus alpha 1 1 minus alpha 2 and x ప్లస్ లో 1 తీసుకోవాలి. సెకండ్ వన్ కావాలంటే x ప్లస్ లో -1 తీసుకోవాలి. థర్డ్ వన్ కావాలంటే x ప్లస్ లో 2 తీసుకోవాలి అండ్ సో ఆన్. బట్ x ప్లస్ లో 1 తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది చూడండి, ఇది ఒకటే స్పెషల్ కేసు, రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ ఈజీ. x ప్లస్ లో 1 తీసుకుంటే 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 equal to 0 into any value 0. So only in that case working rule, send this one to left side, then apply limit on both sides. Limit extends to 1. Limit extends to 1. Now formula for limit extends to a x power n minus a power n by x minus a formula. N into a power n minus 1. N into 1 power n minus 1 1. So that is 1 minus alpha 1 into 1 minus alpha 2 into and so on 1 minus. Therefore required value n. So ఇది కావాలంటే x ప్లస్ లో -1 తీసుకోండి. -1 whole power, put x equal to -1 on both sides. -1 whole power n -1 equal to -1 minus 1. -1 minus alpha 1. -1 minus alpha 2. But it is 1 plus alpha 1 1 plus alpha 2 and so on. So by taking -1 from each term get required. But this one contain -1 whole power n. So మనకి sum లో n even odd mention చేస్తారు. దాన్ని బట్టి so even if there is if n is even -1 whole power n is +1. If n is odd -1 whole power n is -1. Same. ఇది రావాలంటే x plus లో 2. By taking x equal to 2 on both sides in this one get, see, 2 minus alpha 1 2 minus alpha 2 and so on required. That is equal to 2 power n minus 1 by 2 minus 1. Suppose if we need 3 minus alpha 1 3 minus alpha 2 and so on, put x equal to 3 on both sides. Required 3 minus alpha 1 3 minus alpha 2 and so on is answer 3 power n minus 1 by 3 minus 1 2 etc. So if there is 1 minus alpha 1 1 minus alpha 2, x plus లో 1 తీసుకుంటే 0 equal to 0 వస్తుంది. Only in that case send that one to left side, apply limit x tends to 1 on both sides get required. See, seventh one, similar problem. If 1 comma z1 comma z2 comma z3 comma and so on, z m and 1 are nth roots of unity, then 1 by 3 minus z1 plus 1 by 3 minus z2 plus and so on 1 by 3 minus z n minus 1 equal to same. ఇది చాలా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. 3 ప్లేస్ లో 2 4 5 6 7 etc. Easy. So these are given that all these are nth roots of unity means they are the roots of x power n minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, variable z కాబట్టి z power n minus 1 equal to 0 అనుకుంటున్నాం. Therefore from the above same concept z power n minus 1 equal to z minus 1 into z minus z1 into z minus z2 into and so on z minus zn minus 1. సో మీకు ఈ రెండు చూసి తెలుసుకోవాలి వర్కింగ్ రూల్ చూడండి జాగ్రత్తగా. ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్లో చాలా సార్లు యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆఫ్ సమ్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఉంది, సమ్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ రెసిప్రోకల్స్ అయినప్పుడు ఎలా వస్తుంది గుర్తొస్తుందా? 1 by x is derivative of log x. Here into అక్కడేమో ప్లస్. సో log of a into b equal to log a plus log b. So అయిపోయింది. By taking logarithm, working rule, taking logarithm on both sides, then differentiate with respect to z, then put z equal to 3 on both sides, get required. So taking logarithm on both sides, logarithm of z power n minus 1 equal to logarithm of a into b into c into and so on equal to logarithm of z minus 1 plus logarithm of z minus z1 and so on. Now differentiate on both sides, log x derivative 1 by x into again derivative of this one n into z power n minus 1 1 by z minus 1 1 by z minus z1 and so on. Now put z equal to 3 on both sides. From this required 1 by 3 minus z1 plus 1 by 3 minus z2 and so on. The required is n into 3 power n minus 1 by 3 power n minus 1 minus 1 by 2. 3 minus 1 2 minus 1 by 2. That is required. So 3 place lo 4 5 6 7 2 ala istaru. Working rule, just taking logarithm, differentiate, put z equal to that given number on both sides, get required. See 8th one. If 1 alpha 1 alpha 2 and so on alpha 8 are the ninth roots of unity, then the value of sigma r equal to 1 to 8 1 by alpha r power 5. See one of the properties of nth roots of unity. If these are nth roots of unity, then the reciprocals are also nth roots of unity. Therefore, by opening this sigma 1 by alpha 1 plus alpha 1 power 5 1 by alpha 2 power 5 and so on 1 by alpha 8 whole power 5 equal to. So by using two properties of nth roots of unity, its value is minus 1. That is, see 1. If 1 alpha 1 alpha 2 and so on are nth roots of unity, their reciprocals are also nth roots of unity. Therefore 1 by alpha 1 1 by alpha 2 and so on 1 by alpha 8 1 by 1 are also ninth roots of unity. And last property 1 power p plus alpha 1 power p alpha. If 1 alpha 1 alpha 2 are nth roots of unity, then sum of these values is 0 if p is not multiple of 9. Here p place of 5 only. 5 is not multiple of 9. Therefore from that 1 by 1 power 5 plus 1 by alpha 1 power 5 plus and so on value 0. But required is from this. Therefore, required value 0 minus 1 answer. So these are problems related to nth roots of unity was completed. Next concept, Coni rotation. ఇది అందరికి థియరీ అందరికి అర్థం కాకపోవచ్చు, బట్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్. దీని మీద ఇచ్చే అడ్వాన్స్ ప్రాబ్లం చేయాలంటే కంపల్సరీగా థియరీ కూడా అర్థం కావాలి, డయాగ్రామ్స్ గ్రాఫ్స్ అవి. మెయిన్స్ అయితే థియరీ అంత అర్థం కాకపోయినా నేను స్ట్రెస్ అయి చెప్తాను ఏమేమి నేర్చుకోవాలో అవి ఇచ్చి పెట్టుకుంటే చాలు. మెయిన్స్ అడ్వాన్స్ అయితే థియరీ కంప్లీట్ అర్థం కావాలి. See, Coni rotation. Just this is related to first geometry, rotation of axis. If coordinate axes are rotated through an angle theta, original coordinates are small x, small y, new coordinates are capital X, capital Y, then they will cos minus sin, sin cos, same, both are same. So, అక్కడ వచ్చే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ యూజ్ చేసి సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు ఈజీగా కొన్ని. ఇక్కడ వచ్చే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అక్కడ వచ్చే కాన్సెప్ట్ యూజ్ చేసి కొన్ని ఈజీగా చేయొచ్చు. అది సో బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్ కాన్సెప్ట్. See, first polar form of the complex number r into cos theta plus I sin theta. R is root of a square plus b square, formula mod z. Cos theta plus I sin theta is denoted by e power I theta. Theta is argument of z. Therefore, for any complex number z can be expressed as mod z into e power I argument of z. Already discussed this something. Okay. For any complex number z. Now I am replacing z with z2 by z1. First I am explaining the theoretical part of Coni rotation. Next I will explain geometrical representation. I am replacing z with z2 by z1. So modulus of z2 by z1 equal to e power I into argument of z2 by z1. From one of the properties of argument of z2 by z1 is argument of z2 minus argument of z1. So from this z2 equal to mod z2, this is mod z2 by mod z1 into z1 e power I into argument of z2 minus argument of z1. So this is formula, theoretical formula in Coni rotation. Problems based on this one. Direct values z1 is complex number z1, modulus of z2, modulus of z1, or directly argument of z2 minus z1 is given. Then find the second complex number z2. So by using this formula we can find z2. See the geometrical meaning of this one. Y axis, x axis. This is suppose z1. This is z2. This angle is theta. See, this is argument of z2 is this angle. Okay, argument of z2 is this angle. Argument of z1 is this angle. This is argument of z2. This is argument of z1. Difference of them is theta. So, ఇందులో ఈ యాంగిల్ ఉంది కదా, ఇదేంటంటే theta. దీనికి గ్రాఫికల్ మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ఆఫ్ z2 by z1 అంటే that is angle between the line segments OZ1 and OZ2. ఇది theta. అదే డైరెక్ట్ ఇస్తామని చెప్పాను కదా. ఈ ట్రయాంగిల్ మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు తీటా అంటే దీని ప్లేస్ లో 30 ఇస్తే ఇక్కడ 30 తీసేసుకోండి. సో Z1 ఇస్తారు. ఇదే మీన్. ఇప్పుడు మనకి సమ్ లో సమ్ ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం చదివి డయాగ్రామ్ వేస్తే ఇలా వస్తుంది డయాగ్రామ్ Z1. సో they will give mod Z1 mod Z2 and this angle and complex number Z1 ఇచ్చేస్తారు. then find the complex number Z2. సో దానికి జామెట్రికల్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ ఇలా ఉండేది ఫిగర్ మొత్తం. ఓకే బట్ చాలా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే మనకి if the complex number Z1 rotate through an angle theta in anti-clockwise direction అని ఇస్తారు. అంటే ఇలా ఉన్నది ఇలా వస్తుంది, దీన్ని ఇలా రొటేట్ చేస్తాం through an angle theta అని ఇస్తారు. then new coordinates of that point is suppose Z2. what is Z2 అని అడుగుతారు. అయిపోయింది. జస్ట్ ఇలా ఉన్నదాన్ని ఇలా రొటేట్ చేసామంటే ఈ రెండు గ్యాప్స్ సేమ్ చూడండి. అంటే mod Z1 equal to mod Z2. then from that Z2 ఏమవుతుంది చూడండి. Z2 equal to mod Z1 mod Z2 cancel అయిపోతే Z1 into e power argument of Z2 minus argument of Z1 అంటే theta చెప్పాను కదా ఆల్రెడీ. రైట్, ఇది ఫార్ములా. సో ఎక్కువ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది. if the complex number Z1 is rotated through an angle theta in anti-clockwise direction, that one becomes to Z2. then what is Z2? so then formula required equal to given complex required equal to given complex number into e power I theta. That is again cos theta plus I sin theta. If we rotate 30 degrees, then what is new coordinates of the point? Suppose this is 1 plus I. If we rotate 30 degrees, then new coordinates of the point. Z1 given point 1 plus I into e power I theta means cos 30 plus I sin 30. Therefore root 3 by 2 plus I into 1 by 2. So product of these two is required. Okay. Suppose if you rotate 90 degrees, then e power I pi by 2, cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 value 0, sin pi by 2 value 1. Therefore in that case 1 plus I into I. So basically ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. If the complex number Z1 rotated through an angle theta in anti-clockwise direction, what is the new coordinates of the point? Formula given point into e power I theta. The theta is that angle. Okay. But here third vertex of the triangle is origin. But when problems the third vertex of the triangle origin varu. Where first quadrant to second quadrant to third quadrant to fourth quadrant to ala istaru. So diagram related to this one is Z1 Z2. This angle is theta. Then formula Z2 by Z1 equal to modulus of that one. ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ చూడగానే ఆరిజిన్ ఇది Z2 by Z1 equal to modulus of Z2 by Z1 into e power I theta. సో మనకి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి ట్రయాంగిల్ ఫస్ట్ క్వాడ్రంట్ లోనో సెకండ్ క్వాడ్రంట్ లోనో థర్డ్ క్వాడ్రంట్ లోనో ఫోర్త్ క్వాడ్రంట్ లోనో ఉంటుంది. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ దిస్ ఈజ్ Z1 Z2 Z3. So మనకి third vertex is origin, then there is formula Z2 by Z1 into modulus of that one into e power I theta. But ఇక్కడ third vertex ఇక్కడ Z1 ఉంది. సో ఏం చేస్తామంటే 3 మెథడ్స్, దీని ప్లేస్ గాని షిఫ్ట్ చేయండి. సో బై షిఫ్టింగ్ Z1 to origin, then that figure becomes ఫిగర్ ఎలా వస్తుందో చూడండి. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తాం? Z1 ఆరిజిన్ అవ్వాలంటే -Z1 చేస్తాం. సేమ్ చేంజ్ ఇక్కడ అప్లై చేయాలి. -Z1 then Z1 becomes 0, this one becomes Z2 minus Z1, this one becomes Z3 minus Z1. See, in the place of Z2 there is Z2 minus Z1. In the place of Z1 there is Z3 minus Z1. Now we can apply that formula. So from that formula, Z2 by Z1 means Z2 minus Z1 by Z3 minus Z1 equal to modulus of this one into e power I theta. This is angle theta. This is same angle theta. Just to shift chestam. So this is about cone rotation. But ఇది లాజిక్ మామూలుగా అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇలా ఉన్నప్పుడు దాన్ని షిఫ్ట్ చేసి ఇలా మార్చుకుంటాం కదా, కానీ ప్రతిసారి ఇలా షిఫ్ట్ చేయటము అది కుదరదు మనకి. సో ఇక్కడ హియర్ I am applying cone rotation at Z1. So in some cases we have to apply cone rotation at Z2. In some cases we have to apply cone rotation at Z3. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పే జాగ్రత్త వినండి. ఇప్పుడు ఇది మీకు ఈ షిఫ్టింగ్ ఇదంతా అర్థం కాకపోయినా ఏం కాదు. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పే జాగ్రత్త ఫైనల్. ఇప్పుడు మీకు 2 థింగ్స్ ఒకటి కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది. మెయిన్స్ కావాల్సిన 2 థింగ్స్ ఒకటి కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది. ఏంటది? If you rotate Z1 through an angle theta in anti-clockwise direction, then new coordinates of that point is given one Z1 into e power I theta. E power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. See second one. There is a triangle Z1, Z2, Z3. ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ జరిగిన వర్క్ ఏంటో చూడండి. సపోజ్ we need to apply, suppose we have to apply cone rotation at Z1. ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ ఉంది కదా, యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో యారో మార్క్ తీసుకోండి. యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఇది యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ యారో మార్క్ తీసుకోండి. యారో మార్క్ ఏ లైన్ మీదకి వస్తుందో, యారో మార్క్ ఏ లైన్ మీదకి వస్తుందో అది న్యూమరేటర్ లో ఉండాలి. చూడు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసింది కదా. నౌ Z2 మైనస్ Z1 చూడండి బై Z3 మైనస్ Z1 ఈక్వల్ టు మాడ్యులస్ ఆఫ్ Z1 ఇంటూ e పవర్ I theta. theta కి రెండింటిలో ఏది రిపీట్ అవుతుంది చూడండి. Z1 రిపీట్ అవుతుందా? ఏదైతే రిపీట్ అవుతుందో దట్ theta ఈజ్ యాంగిల్ అట్ దట్ పాయింట్. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఒక సమ్ లో అంటే ఇవే సమ్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ ఇస్తాడు. సో ఎక్కడ యాంగిల్ తెలిస్తే అక్కడ కొన్ని రొటేషన్ అప్లై చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి సమ్ లో, ఇక్కడ రొటేషన్ అప్లై చేయాలి. ఎలా అప్లై చేయాలంటే ఇది మీకు అర్థం కావాలి. ఇదంతా అర్థం కావాలి, చెప్పే అర్థం కావాలి. అక్కడ యాంగిల్ దగ్గర యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ తీసుకోండి. యారో మార్కు ఈ లైన్ మీద వచ్చింది కదా, కాబట్టి Z2 minus Z1 by Z3 minus Z1 equal to modulus of Z1 into e power I theta. ఇప్పుడు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం చూడండి. సపోజ్ దిస్ యాంగిల్ ఆల్ఫా, దిస్ యాంగిల్ బీటా, దిస్ యాంగిల్ గామా. సో మనకు ఒక సమ్ లో సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ కోని రొటేషన్ అప్లై చేయాల్సిన సిచ్యువేషన్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. ఇక్కడ నేను ఎలా ఫాలో అవుతానో చూడండి, అదే ఫాలో అవ్వండి కూడా. ఇక్కడ యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో యారో మార్క్ తీసుకుంటాను. ఇది యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ యారో మార్క్ ఈ లైన్ మీద వచ్చేసింది. ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ కాబట్టి సో Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 equal to modulus of this one into e power I alpha. అయిపోయింది. సో డేటా ఇచ్చి ఆ డేటా ప్రకారం మనకు కావాల్సింది అనుకోవచ్చు. సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ అప్లై చేయాలనుకోండి కోని రొటేషన్, ఇక్కడ యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంది. ఇది యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్. యారో మార్క్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసింది కాబట్టి ఈ సైడ్ తీసుకోండి ఫస్ట్. సో Z1 minus Z2 by Z3 minus Z2. మీకు ఎక్కడ యాంగిల్ బీటా ఈజ్ యాంగిల్ అండ్ Z1 రెండు కామన్ ఉండాలి కంపల్సరీగా. ఆల్ఫా అంటే Z1 రెండు కామన్ ఉండాలి కంపల్సరీగా. కాబట్టి ఏది పైన ఏది కింద తీసుకోవాలి అది ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. మాడ్యులస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్ ఇంటూ e పవర్ I బీటా. సేమ్ ఇక్కడ అప్లై చేస్తాం చూడండి. యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ యారో మార్క్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసింది. therefore Z2 minus Z3 by Z1 minus Z3 equal to modulus of Z1 into e power I. చాలా ఈ 2 థింగ్స్ అర్థమైతే చాలు మెయిన్స్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మొత్తం సాల్వ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఏంటవి? ఇందా చెప్పింది ఒకటి ఇది ఒకటి. మనకి ట్రయాంగిల్ ఇస్తాడు. ట్రయాంగిల్ లో ఒక వర్టెక్స్ ఒక యాంగిల్ దగ్గర కోరొటేషన్ అప్లై చేయాలి. స్క్వేర్ ఉంటుంది, స్క్వేర్ లో ఒక చోట అప్లై చేయాలి. పెంటాగాన్ ఉంటుంది, పెంటాగాన్ లో ఒక వర్టెక్స్ దగ్గర కోని రొటేషన్ అప్లై చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఎక్కడ అప్లై చేయాల్సిన ప్రొసీజర్ ఇది. యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ తీసుకోవడం అలా వర్కౌట్ చేస్తే వచ్చేస్తుంది. బట్ సమ్ ప్రాబ్లం చేస్తేనే మీకు అది క్లియర్గా తెలుస్తుంది ఎలా అనేది. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ కోని రొటేషన్ థియరం. See the results. First one, if Z1 comma Z2 comma Z3 are vertices of an equilateral triangle, then Z1 minus Z2 whole square plus Z2 minus Z3 whole square plus Z3 minus Z1 whole square equal to 0. That is nothing but Z1 square plus Z2 square plus Z3 square equal to Z1 Z2 plus Z2 Z3 plus Z3 Z1. Very very important. Both sides use chestam. Z1 Z2 Z3 are vertices of an equilateral triangle if and only if this condition. Both are same. By simplify this one, get this one. See the proof. Just to problem I chestamu. Vertices of an equilateral triangle. Okay, so each angle 60 degrees. So by applying Coni rotation at Z1 or Z2 or Z3 get required. So here I am applying by above Coni rotation theorem at this angle. So anti-clockwise. Therefore, see arrow mark on this side. Z1 minus Z2 by Z3 minus Z2 equal to modulus of Z1 by into e power I 60 degrees. Okay. But these two are equal. Modulus of Z1 minus Z2 means the distance between the 2 points. This is distance between Z2 and Z3. Equilateral triangle means both are same. So these two are same. So e power I 60 means 1 by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. So squaring and cross multiplication, Z1 minus Z2 whole square equal to square of this one. So cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Therefore cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3 into Z3 minus Z2 whole square. Now apply the sigma on both sides. So this is sigma Z1 minus Z2 whole square equal to, see this is the value of omega because cos 120 minus 1 by 2, sin 120 plus root 3 by 2, minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2, minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 is the value of omega. That is sigma Z3 minus Z2 whole square. See these two are same. Send this one to left side by taking that one. Get 1 minus omega equal to 0. Product of two values 0 means the first one 0 or second one 0. Second one must and should not equal to 0. Therefore first one 0. That is nothing but this one. By simplify this one, get this one. So proof not necessary. By heart this one. Z1, Z2, Z3 are vertices of equilateral triangle if and only if Z1 square plus Z2 square plus Z3 square equal to Z1 Z2 plus Z2 Z3 plus Z3 Z1. I heard this one. See second property. This is not property actually. This is also problem. See if Z1, Z2, Z3 are vertices of right angle and isosceles triangle. And Z3 equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, clearly remaining two angles are 45, 45 because isosceles triangle. These two are equal. If this is x, that is x, this is root 2x. So remaining two angles are 45 degrees. Then prove that z1 minus z2 whole square equal to 2 into z1 minus z3 into z3 minus z2. So many problems can create similar to this one. See, sides of right angle triangle are in the form of x root 2x, angles 90, 45, 45. So I just say find some result to then and options 324 options ఉంటాయి. So ఏ ప్రాబ్లం అది కొన్ని ఈజీ కొన్ని కష్టంగా రావచ్చు. By applying Coni rotation at this angle, at this angle, at this angle, get three results. ఆ మూడింటిని యూజ్ చేస్తే మనం ఏ ఆప్షన్ వస్తుందో మనం చెక్ చేసుకోవడమే. ఇది ప్రొసీజర్. సో ఫస్ట్ I am applying Coni rotation at Z1. See, first time problem చేస్తాం Coni rotation at Z1 anti-clockwise direction. ఇక్కడ ఇది arrow mark line on this one. Therefore Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 equal to modulus of this one. Means distance between these 2 points by distance between these 2 points. Z3 Z1 x, Z2 Z1 root 2x. X by root 2x is 1 by root 2 into e power I pi by 4. Leave it. Next, I am applying Z2. Z2 anti-clockwise direction lie on this line segment. Therefore, Z1 minus Z2 by Z3 minus Z2 into modulus of Z1. Z1 minus Z2 root 2x, Z3 minus Z2 x. Therefore, root 2 into e power I pi by 4. So, problem completed. By using these two, we can find that one. See, Z1 minus Z2 whole square. Here in denominator Z1 minus Z2, here in numerator Z1 minus Z2, right? So this one implies taking reciprocal on both sides, Z3 minus Z2 by Z1 minus Z2 equal to 1 by root 2 into e power minus I by 4. Yes, by multiply these two, get that one. See, product of these two, Z3 minus Z1 into Z3 minus Z2 by Z2 minus Z1 whole square, taking minus 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2, 1 by 2. Product of these two is 1. So, just by multiplying these two, get that one. By applying Coni rotation at this one, get one more result. Sum already. So, anti-clockwise. Arrow mark on this one. Therefore, Z2 minus Z3 by Z1 minus Z3. Modulus of this one x, modulus of this one x, x by x1, e power I pi by 2. So this is I. Therefore, Z2 minus Z3 equal I into Z1 minus Z3. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss some more applications and problems related to Coni rotation.